Well, hey guys, I've got another mailbag. So let's check out down here and we can find out what's come in. Yep, got a parcel. Let's open it up. Okay, let's see what's in here. Is it going to open? Always tricky to open. There we go. We've got something from Gammalite Systems. We'll have a look at this little note in a sec. And we've got some stickers here. Nice little silvery stickers. Let's bring that up a bit closer for you guys. Turn it around. There's a whole bunch of those, and we've got these white ones, different ones there, a whole bunch of stickers anyway. And in the box, we'll check out what's in the box in just a sec, but let's have a look at this press release. There's the note that they've sent me. So these guys, Gammalite Systems, they're from Sydney in New South Wales in Australia. On the east coast, opposite side of Australia to me, and they're a Eurorack synthesizer brand, and they feature this product here called Nest Tamers. We're going to be checking out the Nest Tamers in a sec, and that's what's in the box. Basically what it is a device that neatens up your cables like this. Back to the box. So the Nest Tamers, from what I believe, come in two different types of boxes, quantities, I guess you would call it. They come in a little box like this, and that's the 20 pack in the small box. And then they also come in a bigger box, which is the 50 pack, which is this size here. So you just give you a bit of a difference in size. The other thing that they've sent me too is this thing called the drain pipe. So we'll be checking out the drain pipe and the Nest Tamers. That's what you get in the box. Let's have a closer look at this. So there's the Nest Tamer itself. It's like a plastic little clip looking device. Okay, and there's the screw hole there, and there's the clamp there, and you can pull these open like so with your fingers and stick your cables in them. So there's your cable, your Eurorack cable, and you just literally it like slides in on its own. I don't actually have to put any force on that. This just pushes in on its own, and we just slide them in. And as you're routing your cables through on your case, it keeps everything neat like that. But better than showing you here, why don't I actually show you on a case? Okay, we're back. We've got modules plugged in. What we're going to do is we're going to patch some cables in, and then we're going to use the Nest Tamers to try and sort of neaten this up. All right, we've got some stuff patched up now, and a little bit of a complex patch, and I did want to do this for that specific reason. You can see there's a bit of a mess going on here, and this cable seems to be a little bit tight, so I might want to pull that one out and go with a longer cable. So we'll do that, and that, as a result of doing that, we're going to need to find a cable that's a bit longer, in which case I think this yellow one will probably do us. So that's going to help us there, and you can see it's not bad. I mean, these tendrils are actually really kind of cool, but I've got all this stuff flopping around in the breeze over here. I've got these cables up here, all right, and I just might want to neaten this all up. That was in the way. There we go. So if I want to neaten all this up, let's start with this big long one at the top here. So we'll grab our Nest Tamers, and I'm thinking what we'll do first is we'll start over here, and you just use an existing pod and you put your, now that is a little bit tricky to do, but the knurlies, I guess, I feel like you probably need to use the screwdriver for this. You probably need to get the screwdriver onto that there like that, and then get it into your case. So now we'll start with that. Yeah, that looks nice. Next one we'll definitely do the one down the end here, I feel. So I'll grab another Nest Tamer. The whole point of these Nest Tamers is there's people out there that absolutely can't stand how Eurorack have got cables everywhere, and they just feel that it doesn't sort of help them with their creativity if there's a mess. And I kind of agree. So I do like my cables to be neatened up. So there we go, we've patched that one up, and they're not going anywhere. We might put one more in here, eh? Definitely feel with the knurlies that the screwdriver helps. There we go. That's not bad. Nice and neat. Alright, so the next one we've got is this one along the bottom here. And we can see that there's definitely a mishmash of stuff going on here. And there's quite a lot going along here. And probably, I'd say the first point of call we want to look at is maybe we want to gather these just here. So let's do that one. Alright, so we can pop those in there like that. And put those in there. It kind of neatens that little section there up. I feel like the next port of call is here, right? I feel like they're good. You can fit quite a lot of cables in that. There, that looks quite good. And then I feel like we probably need maybe one just here. Okay, now they can all pop in there. That looks reasonable, and we can pop this through here as well. There we go. Maybe another one here. And we'll move that into there. That looks pretty good from a before and an after. I mean, this yellow one, we could pull that like that. The red one, we could pull like that. And kind of isn't really bothering anyone by flopping around there. Alright, so let's give it a little test run, because obviously you've got to use this thing. So I'm just going to hit start on pan. Alright, well that's the Nest Tamers. We've got those rocking and rolling. Now, obviously, one of the things that you guys will probably be wondering, this has been sitting horizontal, and you're probably thinking to yourself, these things stick up quite a bit. But there's actually a reason for it, and that is if I tip this case up, you'll see that these hold the cables from flopping down. So when you've got a Eurorack which is on more of a vertical angle, like you can see here, you can see that it stops the cables from going down into your control area, and that is why they stick out so far. So in that particular case, that's kept that all nice and neat, which I think is wunderbar. Wunderbar indeed. Right, let's check out the next product that they have sent us, and that's these, the drain pipe. So back in a sec. All right, let's have a look at the drain pipe. We're just going to pull out all the bits and pieces that are in the bag. So I feel like there's some stickers there, and you've got these two panels. You've got some more of the nest tamers and some screws. Right, so let's see what it says here. So the drain pipe with these nest tamers are basically, you can see when you've got like a channel, a vertical channel between the two modules here. So you would install it that way. And what it does is it enables you to route cables from when you've got cases that have got modules above and below. So that would be one option, like a vertical pathway they call it here. So that is that. Now I feel like I need to go across to here and find a spot where we can show that. There's a 1 HP spot there, and there's also another 1 HP spot here. This area here looks quite busy with all these patches going in. So let's get the PTZ camera happening. So we're going to see if we can get this in first. Now I'm finding that 1 HP spot very, very tight, so I might need to loosen the modules either side and just give it a bit of a wiggle. Yep, it is going in. Now I'm going to use their screws. These are the screws that it comes with, and I'm going to use these nest tamers with it. Okay, a little bit of a pain in the butt to get the screws in, but we'll persevere. There we go. So screws are in, and we'll get the screwdriver lined up like that. Tighter than a, insert your metaphor in the comments below, tighter than a ... And I kind of feel like I need to adjust it a bit. I'll go closer with the camera in a sec. Alright, so what we're going to look at now is the nest tamers are here. The 1 HP gap has been filled here. Actually looks pretty cool. It's smart with the advertising on it, and there's another nest tamer down the bottom. And in this particular case, we do have stuff going up. If I go from this angle here, you can see that I've got all these cables vertically going up and down, right, through the rack. So this one particularly here, I feel like we could route that. So we could route that. It might be an opportunity to move some of these modules across to the right and put another one in here. This is going to be good. I feel like these, what do they call them? Drain pipes. I feel like these are going to be very handy for me. I definitely feel like I'll move these cables, these modules here, these 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got some room on the right. I can shift these across just 1 HP. So let's just do that. Okay, we've got a spot now that we can put another one of these in, which we're going to go up. And we're going to smack it into there. Yep, that's easy peasy, a Japanesey. Right, once again, screw into the screwdriver. Okay, I've got that around the wrong way. It's all right, I'll fix it in a sec. One of the things that I guess you can, I'd probably just realize this, and I don't even know if they realize it. I'm probably sure that they do, but I just want to get rid of some of that dust on there. The actual nest tamers, because they're plastic, they actually form like a washer between your metal screw and the actual module. And if you have metal screws and you don't actually have any nylon or plastic washers on the screws, you can scratch your module. So that's actually a bonus. All right, let's now route the things that are going to need to be routed in here. Can we zoom out a bit? We can. So that's been this particular one here, and then we can do this one now. Not a massive fan of that cable, to be fair. I might actually change that cable. What do we got? What do we got in our bag of tricks here? We definitely have a lot more nest taming to do, that's for sure. But I feel like that cable just doesn't want to be nice. Yeah. Cool. Getting there. And as you set these things up, that whole area there looks a little bit neater. Got more taming to do down here. And this area here is just very messy indeed. In fact, where's that view? You can see it with this view. If I bring this camera down just through here, it's extremely messy through here, like this area. So we'll tame. But for now, I'd like to say that was pretty successful. Bring back the nifty case into view. And I kind of feel like I've just moved that around upside down, and most of it stayed in spot. This one on the far right hand side, it didn't. They do come out quite easy, I feel. But then again, I feel like if you're really worried about stuff falling out, you could stick a rubber band around it. All right, so that's the drain pipe and the nest tamers from Gammalite Systems in New South Wales in Sydney. I just thought I'd share that with you guys on a mailbag. I do like those drain pipes. We were just talking about the 1U issue the other day, the 1HP issue. I always say 1U. Stop saying 1U. I mean 1HP. I kind of feel like that's a really, really cool thing. And the reason why we get a lot of 1 HP spots left is because not every module is an even number, and you'll find that most rack spaces have an even number of HP, and the math just doesn't line up. So for example, in this particular case, row here, these have got the 2 picos. Now the 2 picos added together is 6 HP because they're 3 HP each, so that works out fine. But I still ended up with 1 HP gap here, and that little drain pipe from Gammalite Systems has just made that look so nice and neat. I mean, obviously we can neaten this stuff up even more by routing cables and fixing things, you know, it will get there. But you can see over this side, you know, as you're patching, once you get your patch running though, and you want your patch to look like it's more permanent, you can do this sort of stuff here. And yeah, liking it. Cool. Thanks to Gammalite Systems. Cheers.